I felt almost all the emotions that I can feel. I've been happy, I've been really sad, I've been frustrated, I've been really stressed.
There was a time I couldn't smell for 3 days. There was a time I had a fever. There was a time I had a sore throat. But all that, my body basically fought it on its own.
When I told some of my friends that I was volunteering for COVID-19, they were like, why would you want to do something like that in the first place?
Funny story though, I remember once after I started working here, I had to pick up a document from home and everybody kind of like gave me ×3 of the social distance, like stood far off in the compound. I was like, hi, how are you? Welcome. What do you want to get? Okay, go ahead. Your room is that way. Take that way. Go. Okay, bye-bye.
Doctors all over the world have had to work twice as hard as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. We've heard stories of medical personnel who have not seen their family members in months because they do not want to accidentally infect them. So most of them have started sleeping in their offices, which are the hospitals and everything. The ones who are lucky enough to go home they've not even had the opportunity to physically interact with their loved ones, touch them or do anything of the sort. So I have always wanted to know how doctors are coping in this period, especially doctors working in Nigeria, not just any type of doctors, but young Nigerians who are in the medical field, who are in the medical line, nurses, medical personnel, even any other type of medical personnel. I've always wanted to know how they are coping. So they were kind enough to send in some videos. This is their story.
Working in this pandemic has been quite eventful. There are many procedures that I would usually do on a normal basis when I'm in an emergency setting, which I can't do here because of the coronavirus pandemic. For example, asthmatic patients basically will withhold the nebulization now because of the generalization of aerosols. You might not understand what I'm saying, but withhold nebulization because of generalization of aerosols, but which we wouldn't do before the pandemic. So there are other things, that management of some other medical and surgical emergencies, which we would normally do and patient goes on well, irrespective of anything. But now, because of the coronavirus pandemic, everything has changed.
Volunteering for this, to be a frontline doctor in this pandemic, it was not an easy decision for me, but I could not just stay put or stay at home and not do anything. And coming here has been it has been a great experience for me and my colleagues. I felt almost all the emotions that I can feel. I've been happy, I've been really sad, I've been frustrated, I've been really stressed. But everything all the negative emotions just disappear when you have a patient who you are discharging after being ill for a while. It just makes everything worthwhile. Our working conditions here are not bad at all. We have all the protective equipment, the PPEs that we need.
My experience in the isolation center, I would describe it as a mixture of good and bad, because we've had our good times, we've had our bad times. We've had cases where we had critically ill patients and we lost them, and there were cases where our patients were able to recover. And as a healthcare worker, there is this joy and satisfaction you get from seeing your patient recover, knowing how far they've come. So basically, my experience has been interesting. Yes, because COVID-19 is so novel that I feel privileged to be able to impact and serve my country in a pandemic like this.
My experience working at this isolation center has been incredible. It's been quite an adventure. I can say it's been the most wholesome time of my career. There hasn't been many years of it, but it's been great. It's been amazing.
Hi everyone, my name is Eti Osa Landmark. I'm a medical doctor and I currently work at an isolation center in Lagos State.
My name is Eti Osa. I'm an intensive care medical officer at the Eti Osa Isolation Center, Landmark, Victoria Island, Lagos.
Hello everyone, my name is Olawale. I'm a doctor in one of the isolation centers in Lagos State.
Hello everyone, my name is Bello Jennifer and I'm currently volunteering at an isolation center in Lagos.
I decided to be a doctor because to my 7-year-old mind, that was the best way I could help people, and I love to help people. I stuck with that 7-year-old dreams, and here I am. I'm glad I did. This has been probably the greatest opportunity I have had to impact lives and to help people, the world at large even. And there hasn't been a more auspicious time to be a doctor or to be a health worker. I'm sure we are most proud of, a lot of us are most proud of the work that we're having to do at these times.
Becoming a nurse was a really difficult decision for me because for my career, I wanted something that was interesting, challenging, at the same time, something that will impact people's daily lives. And nursing covers that in all ramifications.
I knew I was going to be a doctor at a really young age because I have an aunt who is a doctor, and I just loved the way she was caring for people, and I knew that that was the only thing that I wanted to do.
The patients they've been interesting. We've had all sorts of people come in, and I wouldn't say I've had any weird requests from them. I understand that everybody is in a scary situation, so you might have a little off-color responses from people, but it's quite understandable. The situation they're in is one nobody wants to be in. So yeah, that's it about that.
I haven't had any strange requests from any patients for now. I don't know if I'll have any.
Well, when I told some of my friends that I was volunteering for COVID-19, they were like, why would you want to do something like that in the first place? Like, just stay home and rest. But deep within me, I knew that if I stayed at home and just watched things happen from my house, I would have that feeling of guilt. So I don't regret volunteering in the isolation center because I have this feeling of satisfaction that I am doing what I love, and I'm able to help people get better and go ahead with their daily lives.
No, my family, my friends, everyone has been very supportive and they appreciate all I do. They always think, oh, you're the hero, you're this. I'm actually not the hero. The patients in isolation are actually the real heroes. I'm just basically humbled whenever they call me a hero, but I don't think I'm the hero. I think the patients actually agreeing to isolate themselves alone is being, because I can't sit in a place for, oh my goodness, for more than 2 minutes, and then you have to isolate, you have to be alone. Although there are other people in the tent as well keeping you company, but still not being able to see the sun whenever you want is quite depressing. So they're actually the real heroes, especially the ones that test negative and go home and go back into isolate again.
My family members have actually been very supportive. I remember my mom was mostly worried, they were mostly scared, but nobody fought me. They only supported me throughout the time. Funny story though, I remember once after I started working here, I had to pick up a document from home, and everybody kind of like gave me ×3 of a social distance, like stood far off in the compound. I was like, hi, how are you? Welcome. What do you want to get? Okay, go ahead. Your room is that way. Take that way. Go. Okay, bye-bye. Right. That was interesting. It was awkward, but I understand. It's totally cool with the times we're in and the exposure I've had.
I've been scared that I might get infected with the virus, but we have psychotherapists who come to see us and we talk about our fears. I've not had anyone get the virus. I've not seen anyone who has been we're all exposed because we're working in an isolation center, but nobody has come down with symptoms of the virus or anything. It's still scary because if I start having a headache, which usually would maybe be because of the stress that I'm going through, or maybe malaria or something, the first thing that comes to my mind is, oh my god, am I infected with the virus? But after taking painkillers and resting, the headache goes. So the fear is there.
I am not scared about getting the virus. Well, initially I was scared coming here. Of course, I won't mince words about it. It was quite a brave decision to come here, and all of my colleagues that are here have been incredible making that choice to come here. Yes, we're worried about it. We look out for each other's health, but I wouldn't say I'm scared. What drives me more is the fact that the world needs us right now, and I'm able to impact and contribute my own quota.
Yes, a lot of times. There was a time I couldn't smell for 3 days. There was a time I had a fever. There was a time I had a sore throat. But all that, my body basically fought it on its own. And then after which I tested for the coronavirus, and I was negative. Although I didn't do the antibody test, I did the normal nasal swab and sputum, and they were both negative, which I'm very grateful. I did that about 4 days ago. So, but I'm just negative doesn't necessarily mean I can't get it anymore. But I'm not so scared about getting the virus because I know how the virus works. I know the pathogenesis. Well, the current pathogenesis anyways, because research is still ongoing about it. I know what to do, how to prevent it and everything.
There is no cure for coronavirus right now. As at yet, there's no vaccine. But I'd like people to know that coronavirus is real. Don't think it's fake. Don't downplay it. Don't ignore the restrictions and the rules that have been put up. Adhere to rules, please. Thank you.
COVID-19 doesn't have a cure for now, and there's no vaccine, so we need to be safe. COVID-19 is in Nigeria, and it is real. We need to take preventive measures. We need to isolate. We need to practice social distancing, wear our face masks, wash our hands with soap well, and have our hand sanitizers.
Well, I'm not scared that I might have corona because, like we know, knowledge is key. So I feel if you feed yourself with the right information, and then preventive medicine, as we know, is key to the fight against coronavirus. When I say preventive medicine, I mean practice our social distancing, wear our face mask, do our hand hygiene, and most of all, eat adequate diet and do regular exercises. I believe with the above that I've mentioned, you'll be able to help prevent this virus. But at the same time, if you contact the virus, it's not a death sentence. Just know that we've had many cases of people recover, and it's something you can recover from. So don't be scared, seek the right help you need, and I believe we'll be able to fight and come out of this.
I can assure you, it is very real in Nigeria. I see a lot of patients in the ICU where I work, and I wish I could post those videos up for people to see, but I can't because of patient confidentiality. But trust me, it is very, very real in Nigeria. And for people that don't believe, I honestly hope they believe soon, because if people like that should get the virus, they'll be in denial and they will keep spreading the virus, which will worsen the economic breakdown and everything blows out of proportion. So please, coronavirus is not a hoax. My name is Dakwa Jason again. Thank you very much.